Hello and welcome. My name is Aileen. Let's hack multiple PMP sample questions related to the task engage stakeholders. Here we have our first question. Pause the video, highlight the keywords, and then select the best answer. You're managing a multi-million-dollar construction project. One day, a previously unidentified stakeholder, a representative from a local environmental protection group, approaches you with concerns about the project's potential environmental impact. Which of the following sequences of actions should you take to properly manage the new stakeholder? Pause the video and choose the best answer. So here we have A, B, C, D. I'm going to go at this a little differently. Let's look at the first word in each list. Identify, engage, analyze. Which one would you do on first? Well, I would identify stakeholders before I engage or analyze them. So C and D are out. Now go to the second word. Analyze versus engage. Which one would you do? I would analyze before I engage. Prioritize, engage, monitor. A sounds good. So here we go. We have the solution. We did great. Here I explain the 5 steps. Real world takeaways. Let's go to this X right here. Don't jump straight to engaging a stakeholder before understanding their context. Great job. Let's keep going. Here we have a second question. Pause the video, identify the keywords, select the best answer. Midway through an Agile project, a stakeholder who was previously low engagement becomes highly vocal, demanding immediate updates and visibility. This stakeholder has no formal authority, but represents a major user group. What's the best action? Pause the video and answer the question. A says reassess and adjust. When you get a situation where you have one thing and now you have something else, usually the best answer is to reassess. Let's keep going. Maintain. No, we don't want to maintain the original plan because this stakeholder has changed. Let's go to C, escalate to the product owner. No, we're the project manager. Request reduced involvement. No, this stakeholder represents a major user group. We want them involved. D, classify this stakeholder as dangerous. Okay, they're not dangerous. I'll explain that on the next slide. Okay. Let's keep going. So they're not dangerous. Let's talk about what that means on the next slide. I'm going to select answer A. Great, we got it correct. Great job with keywords. Why is this answer correct? PMI expects you to continuously reassess stakeholder engagement, especially in Agile, where needs shift quickly. Let's go down here, PMP tips. Power alone does not determine priority. We want to think about urgency and legitimacy. What are we really talking about? The salience model. The salience model is made up of 3 elements: power, legitimacy, and urgency. Now, we had a question with a wrong answer, dangerous. Let's look at these 3 terms here. Dominant stakeholders have power and legitimacy, but maybe no urgency. Dependent stakeholders have legitimacy and urgency, but maybe no power. Dangerous stakeholders, that was a wrong answer, have power and urgency, but maybe no legitimacy. Make sure you know the Salin's model, these three terms, and then make sure you understand dominant versus dependent versus dangerous stakeholders. One more question. Pause, identify keywords, select the best answer. As a project manager for a large construction project, you have various stakeholders. Stakeholder management is critical to project success. You need a visual tool to classify and manage your stakeholders effectively based on level of authority and level of concern. Which tool is most suitable? So the keywords are authority and concern. For me and for the exam, the word authority means power. So power and power. Answer B is wrong. There's no power. Answer D is wrong. There's no power. Now we have the word concern. Concern, another word for concern on the exam is interest. A is the right answer. C, concern does not mean urgency. Urgency means they need a response quickly. A is the best answer. Let's click on that and see what we learn. So lots of detail here. Great job with keywords. Why is this correct? Power, their ability to influence project decisions. Sometimes we'll say power is level of authority. Interest is their level of concern. Again, down here, interest level of concern. Key takeaways. The power interest grid helps you focus your time and energy. PMI wants strategic stakeholder engagement, not one size fits all. Here is the really important part. If you have a stakeholder that's high power, high interest, manage them closely. High power, low interest, keep them satisfied. Low power, high interest, keep them informed. Low power, low interest, monitor. Again, my name's Aileen. I do free training where we dissect about 15 sample questions for the PMP exam every Thursday morning. Or if you want a lot more than that, online database of sample questions. I call that PMP Fast Track. I have a full on-demand program, 35 contact hours, and also a boot camp. Look at the details below. Thanks for coming.